No contact isn't a game. It's not revenge. It's not playing hard to get. It's not punishing him or proving a point. No contact is the only way to break a trauma bond, period. And I know that statement might make you feel defensive. Maybe you're thinking, but my situation is different. Or I need to stay friendly for the kids. Or it's not that serious. I just need boundaries. I get it. I resisted no contact too. I tried every approach that let me keep a door open just in case. And every single one kept me trapped. Because this is what I didn't understand. A trauma bond isn't just an emotional attachment, it is a neurological addiction. And you don't heal from addiction by taking occasional hits of the drug. Today, I'm going to explain exactly why no contact is the only method that actually breaks trauma bonds, the neuroscience of why nothing else works. I'm going to give you a practical framework for how to do it and for complicated situations, kids, shared custody, workplace, and I'll show you how to do modified no contact that still protects your healing. By the end, you'll understand why no contact isn't cruel, but critical. I'm Tanya, and let's get into why this matters so much. To understand why no contact is non-negotiable, you need to understand what a trauma bond actually is at the neurological level. A trauma bond is created through intermittent reinforcement, unpredictable rewards mixed with punishment. It's the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. When you're in an abusive relationship, your brain doesn't get consistent love and safety. Instead, it gets a bunch of random chaos. Meanness followed by kindness, coldness followed by affection, fear followed by relief. And this unpredictability causes your brain to release massive amounts of dopamine, cortisol, and adrenaline. Over time, your brain literally rewires itself to crave this cycle. It becomes addicted to the relationship the same way it would become addicted to a drug. Brain scans have shown trauma bonded relationships create the same neurological patterns as cocaine addiction. And most people get stuck because they think they can heal while maintaining contact. They think boundaries are enough. But here's what happens neurologically every time you have contact. Your brain gets a hit of the drug. Even if the interaction is negative, even if you're just checking his social media, even if it's just a single text that says nothing important, every contact reactivates the addiction pathway. It's like an alcoholic saying, I'll just have one drink. The neural pathway lights up, the craving intensifies, and you're back in the cycle. You cannot heal an addiction while continuing to use. And you cannot break a trauma bond while maintaining contact. When you go no contact, you'll experience withdrawal, real, physical, uncomfortable withdrawal. You can expect obsessive thoughts, physical cravings. Your body will actually ache. You'll have panic and anxiety. You'll do bargaining. Look, this is temporary. The most intense phase typically lasts 3 to 4 weeks. And after that, cravings get a lot weaker and you start to feel like yourself again. But, and this is very important, every time you break no contact, you reset the clock. You go back to day one of withdrawal. This is why no contact is the only way. Not because it's the cruelest option, but because it's the kindest. It's the shortest path through the pain, not around it. No contact protects your identity while you rebuild it. If you don't know who you are underneath the survival, then my free guide can help. 5 steps to reclaim your identity after abuse. The link is in the description. Let me give you a practical framework for actually implementing no contact. This is the 30-day foundation that starts rewiring your brain. Phase one, block everything. No contact means no contact, not some contact, not only when necessary, none. Block their phone number, block all social media. Don't just unfollow, block, block, block. Block email, gaming platforms, Venmo, PayPal, shared Spotify or Netflix accounts. Anything, block it. Block their friends and family too. These are potential flying monkeys. The people that come and relay information. That information is just another hit of the drug. Every access point needs to be closed. Your brain will use any open door to get its fix. Phase two, you need to remove the triggers. Look, your environment is full of things that trigger the addiction, and they need to go. Delete photos from your phone. Save them to a cloud folder if needed for evidence, but get them off your device. Remove gifts. Change the perfume they liked. Create new playlists. Know your songs, okay? For the first 30 days, avoid your places, the restaurant, the park, the locations that trigger the cravings just as powerfully as seeing him would. You're creating a detox environment. You're starving the neural pathway, okay? Phase three, fill the void. The trauma bond filled something inside of you, even if what it filled was painful. If you don't fill that void intentionally, your brain will fill it by obsessing about him. Some things you can try are movement. Exercise releases the same neurotransmitters the trauma bond hijacked. Connection. Real connection with safe people, support groups, friends, family who understand. Identity work. Who were you before? What did you used to love? This isn't optional, this is essential. Structure. Don't leave hours of unstructured time for your brain to spiral, because it will. Every morning for the first 30 days, write 3 reality truths. 1, something harmful they did. Keep the reality clear. 2, one way your life is better without them. 3, one thing you're gaining back. Time, peace, freedom, yourself. 5 minutes. It anchors you in reality when your brain wants to romanticize the past. Look, I hear you. But what if I can't do no contact? I have kids with him. I work with him. Let me address these specifically. If you share children, complete no contact isn't possible, but modified no contact is. Okay? The rules. All communication goes through a parenting app. Our Family Wizard, Talking Parents, App Close. Text and phone calls are too intimate. Apps create documentation and distance. Topics, kids only. Nothing about your life, their life, the relationship. Only logistics about the children. The gray rock method. Be boring, factual, and brief. No emotion, no engagement, absolutely no drama. Johnny needs to be picked up at 3 p.m. That's the energy, okay? Exchange your kids at neutral locations, the school, a public place, a police station if you need to. No personal information exchanged. You are a co-parent, not a friend. If you work with them, limit contact to work-only topics. Keep interactions extremely brief, professional, and documented. Talk to your HR department about adjusting schedules or teams if possible. Outside of work, full no contact applies. If you are in legal proceedings, all communication goes through lawyers. Not most, all. Every direct communication is an opportunity for manipulation or a trigger that sets back your healing. Look, the bottom line is modified no contact is harder than complete no contact because the temptation is there, but the principles are the same. Minimize exposure, remove emotion, and protect your healing fiercely. If you're doing a modified no contact and need support for who you're becoming through this, my free guide helps. 5 steps to reclaim your identity after abuse. The link's in the description. There will come a moment, probably multiple moments, when you're about to break no contact. The craving will be overwhelming. Here's your emergency toolkit. The 24-hour rule. When the urge hits, I will wait 24 hours. If I still want contact tomorrow, I'll consider. The acute craving will pass. It always does. You won't want contact tomorrow the same way you want it right now. Play it forward. Before you break, play out every scenario. Scenario 1, they respond kindly. You feel relief for a moment. Then you're hooked back in. Weeks later, day 1 again. Scenario 2, they ignore you or respond meanly. Devastated, set back weeks. There is no scenario where contact helps. The emergency protocol. When you're about to break, wait. The 24-hour rule. Ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things you see, 4 things you touch, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, and 1 thing you taste. Move. Walk outside. Do jumping jacks. Take a cold shower. Change your physical state. Call your support person, not to ask permission to be talked back to reality. Remember, this is an addiction, not love. The craving will pass. Write down this protocol. You will need it at 2 a.m. I tried everything except no contact. Boundaries, being civil, the we can still be friends approach. Every single one kept me bonded. Every single one left a door open that my brain used to stay connected to someone who was destroying me. No contact was the only thing that worked. The withdrawal was brutal, about 4 weeks of intense cravings. But on the other side was clarity that I hadn't felt in years. That was over 14 years ago. The person I was trauma bonded to is just someone I used to know. Not with anger, not with longing, just neutral. That freedom is available to you. It's on the other side of no contact. Here's what I want you to take from this. No contact isn't revenge or cruelty. It's the only neurological path to breaking a trauma bond. The brain is addicted, and you can't heal while you're still using. Second, no contact means no contact. Block everything, remove the triggers, fill the void with healthy connections and identity work. Third, if complete no contact isn't possible for very specific reasons like kids and work, then modified no contact works, but be sure to use parenting apps, kids only topics, gray rock, and professional distance. Fourth, you will want to break no contact. That's withdrawal, not intuition. Use the 24-hour rule, play it forward, and know the craving will pass. No contact protects your identity while you rebuild it. My free guide, 5 Steps to Reclaim Your Identity After Abuse, helps you know who you're protecting. The link is in the description. If this video gave you clarity about why no contact matters, please subscribe. I post content every week for women who are done surviving and ready to actually heal. Before you go, please do one breath with me. We're going to inhale through the nose, hold, and then exhale with a big sigh through the mouth, letting your shoulders drop at the end. Ready? And remember, this is addiction, not love. Your brain is healing. Every day of no contact is a day closer to freedom. You can do this, and I'll see you in the next video.